Hello and welcome back to episode 75 of the Nordic Takedown. You're listening to the Galactic Championship special, and today we are so lucky and very happy to announce that we have with us the first ever Galactic champion, Beton. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Really great to have you. Have you kind of settled in now a bit, coming back home?
Yeah, I've come to like the understanding that I want.
Nice. That takes a little bit of time.
It took a long time for me. But yeah, I'm back in Poland. Had a few days to adjust, and now I'm just celebrating.
Yeah, and I'm not alone here today. I'm also joined by Adam, co-host. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm also back from the US, arriving yesterday, basically, to Sweden.
So maybe we'll get some of that sleep-deprived banter tonight. We'll see.
Hopefully.
But we hope, and maybe some of you listeners are new because of our great guests. So quickly, who are we at the Nordic Takedown? We are a weekly Stars Unlimited podcast, dropping episodes roughly around every Thursday. And we also have a YouTube channel where we make some content here and there, and provide coverage in general over what's happening in Scandinavia for Stars Unlimited. So we've done a lot of live streams for PQs and other bigger tournaments. And we also help to plan and focus really on building the community in those countries. And my name's Jonah. I'm from Norway, been on the podcast for a longer time now, but Adam, you're one of the two who started this. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, as you said, Adam, or I'm so humble. If you face me in a tournament, that's what it says in Melee. Me and Jason were starting this pod about 75 weeks ago, and here we are now. About me, I am lost it. Now the banter begins. No, but I am also a Team Enigma member. So except the Nordic Takedown, I'm also in Enigma together with Beton and a few other guys. There we go, the sleeves. I did top 4 at Lille. Some of you guys have probably seen that me on stream there, the triple force throw guy. So that is me. That's the tournament stuff. But more about Beton, I think. That's what we're focusing on. That's why you all are here.
Yes. So before we kind of move on to the Galactic Championship focus, maybe we can get to know you a little bit more, Beton. Like, tell us a little bit about your history with card games and how you got into Stars Unlimited, maybe.
Okay, so my name is Beton, or Philip. I've started playing Star Wars right at the start. I think one day before the pre-release, my friend asked me if I want to go. And since I always played almost every single TCG, I said, okay, let's try it. I almost immediately felt that the game is amazing. So right after the pre-release, I started buying cards. I started playing whenever I could. I wanted to go to like the first really big tournament in Poland that SIP was second in, but I broke my leg.
No, yeah. I do remember seeing some pictures with you like in a crutch or a cast or something on your leg.
So the first few months of playing, I was going to almost every single tournament with a cast. Then there was the Discord group that Torque created for the Europeans to train together. It then transformed into the Team Enigma that me and Adam are part of. We train a lot together. We try to we brought together a group of people that have different playstyles. To allow us to train versus each other and see this game in a different light. It's incredibly helpful because even if you have a really good idea for a deck, you create it, you playtest it, and then someone says, "Oh, you can add this, and it may be better." And all of our deck lists, all of our playstyles evolved a lot, and I think it's really, you can see it in the 1000 list that we brought to the Galactic, because I think like the deck list evolved so much during the testing, and it perfectly like captures what playstyle I love. So like mid range, a lot of fighting for the board and combo stuff.
Yeah, like you just love that adding those devastators, right? Just love them.
Yeah, and like people who know me know that I like a lot of wacky stuff, a lot of wacky combos, a lot of like using cards in the way that nobody really use them. And I think in this meta you can really abuse that because there is a lot of lines like Force Lightning for 1 just to remove Sentinel, or killing your own unit to just trigger when defeated. So there is a lot of ways to like show like your like experience in the game.
Yeah.
As for my previous games, I was really into Hearthstone. I played in tournaments. I never got like the highest leagues, but it took like I played it a lot. I played Magic a lot. I played Pokemon a lot. But the game that I had a little bit of success was Spoils. So not many people will know it. It was a TCG with a really weird lore about like lawyers, war, dragons, and cats. But it was really similar to old Magic, so it still had a stack even with damage. And in this game, I was actually the semi-finalist in the national championship.
Cool.
So this was my previously this was my biggest achievement in card games. I also played a lot of other online games like Eternal, Spellweaver. So basically, my experience in games is really high. But right now, I mostly focus on Star Wars. The game is incredible. I think it basically took everything I love about different card games and brought it back into one. So there is like in Magic, for example, I hate mana system. In many games, I really hate the fact that you only see one card every time, every turn, and almost every single game comes to the better top decks. So now you see in Star Wars, you see more of your deck. You can play around it. You can almost never there are games that you cannot do anything. You always have some choices. And this is what I really love about the game.
Couldn't agree more. Those are some really great qualities. Nice. I think we've got a little feel for who you are as a player and a
big card game nerd, just like
I mean, it's clear that you have some experience with card games and gaming before, how you've piloted this tournament. But before we go into your games and kind of your recap, also I just want to shout out that if listeners want to get a more detailed view over all the games, the decks, specific cards and all that, check out the video Beton and Sip did on the Super SF channel, because since this is audio format, we won't be able to go into every card and so forth. So definitely do that. But maybe we'll talk a little bit about the event in general, because both of you had flight and stay covered, but traveling that far for a tournament, it's not something you do that often, I guess. So how was it being there?
Okay, let me start. For me, the tournament was amazing. Like, I think the portion of the competitive part, I had no issue. It was really clear when you need to go. Judges were actually pretty decent in the event, and I never had any problems like getting them or interacting with one of them. it was really smooth. The rounds didn't really like drag on, even though like every single one went to time. But with that many players, it's normal. But it still was really really smooth. So on the competitive side, I think the tournament was almost perfect. The stage was incredible. The stream was, I think, it was by far the best streaming for both sides, because when I rewatched the games, and the fact that you could see the hands, the fact that everything was clear was phenomenal. But on the other side, when I was playing on stream, it was also really easy and it wasn't really interruptive. Even though we were asked to like show the cards to the people behind us so they can put them on stream, but they did it in a way that it was like kind of natural. I think I was only like asked twice to re-show them because I did it too fast. But for the organization part, I think there is almost nothing to improve, except of course the day one me and Adam had a buy, so we could interact into the venue, play side events, which wasn't that easy. There was the issue with tickets. There was the issue with the side events. I've managed to play 2 of them. So I played a big super showdown, super sealed. So you open 12 packs, you build a 50 card deck. It was a really fun tournament. And I was lucky because this tournament didn't really have a big queue. So we managed to sign up pretty easy. But before that tournament, we had like 4 hours. So we wanted to play few side events. We managed to play 1 draft. Which was not the best. But at the same time, there were so many people. And the draft was really cool. Like, especially day one, most of the players that were playing side events were people that had buy. So the level was actually quite high in every single game. So I still had a blast, and everything else except side events and like the prize wall problems that a lot of people had was also on a really high standard, because I think like the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing that was on this one, the couch to see the matches, everything had a purpose and like had space. I think if they will fix for the future, if they will fix side events and prize wall lines, the event would be perfect.
Nice. Was it your first time in Vegas?
Yeah, it was first time in Vegas and first time in the US.
Cool. Was that a culture shock, or?
Actually, I do travel a lot. So for different tournaments and like with my family. So it was actually not that different than like a lot of like summer countries or summer cities. It was basically everything focused on getting your money. But at the same time, it was quite on a high level. So there wasn't like food was really good. Everything like had a purpose. So there wasn't like, especially I actually really liked the hotel. I think it was really really nice. It was on a really high standard. And like every single day we were going to get something different to eat, going to a different restaurant, and for the whole trip I didn't leave the hotel.
Nice.
But I still like, as I said, every single day we did something different. We were going to different stuff. So I will be really happy to come back in a year. And like everybody who goes in the next year to the Galactic, I will be there.
Nice. Because you also got day one buy or something similar?
I got day one buy, hotel, and flight.
Wow.
You're all set. You don't have to grind.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to the tournament next week and 3 weeks after that.
Yeah. It's clear you obviously still enjoy the game and want to play. So that's good.
Yeah, of course. But now I can enjoy. I can play Sabine.
Ah,
Yeah, that's how you enjoy it through.
Yeah.
So
Right.
can we officially announce that you are coming to Malmö?
Not yet. I
Not
wanted
yet?
to do it here.
Yeah.
So yes, I will be coming to Malmo. So Malmo
Nice.
open at the end of the month.
Very cool.
So if anybody goes there, just come say hi. It will be an amazing tournament.
Yeah.
And I will try to bring my A game. I have a really spicy deck that I'm
Oh,
preparing for the
nice.
tournament.
Nice.
Because I decided to, like, in this season, I will be playing every single tournament with a different deck.
What? That's a really good idea.
Yeah. So if people who because next week there is a PQ in my city in Gdansk.
Yeah.
So like if anybody is coming there, it will be really nice to meet. Next week I'm playing for the first time Sabine ECL.
Okay.
But to be honest, the list is not common.
Okay.
There is a lot of spice.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
nice.
Yeah, and I think in Malmo I will be playing Traun Red.
Oh, I was about to say now we can rule out Sabine, but you gave us even more. Okay,
Yeah.
Thrawn. Interesting. The blue one, right?
The new Traun, the when defeated,
Yeah.
guy in red.
Nice.
And we will see if I can even with like off meta deck what I can do.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So, Adam, maybe we can have some of your impressions also from the event.
Yeah,
general.
the quite
traveling?
opposite from Beton. I had a miserable time.
Oh no!
But I completely agree. That was nice. The hotel, like it was, we had basically this like same room, like
Yeah.
there was the same design. That was really nice. It was almost like a room plus a living room in it,
Wow.
which was really nice.
You
I
chill
think,
out there.
yeah, the Swedes were very inclined on not hanging at their hotel, so I had guests quite a lot on the room. I assume that you had some Polish people in your room quite a lot.
Yeah. There is also another Polish guy that had buy, so we were shared between two rooms.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. I had to share only the one room with everyone, but that was nice. It was like really, even like if we lived on a hotel, it was almost a 10-minute walk to the venue. So that was really nice to at least like you got the walk even if you lived at the place. Like compared to the other ones that stayed on a more affordable place, because it was not a cheap hotel room.
Yeah, figured.
So that was like made the reward for the top four feel even better.
Yeah, that's great.
But as Beton said, like the day one, it was kind of hard to get these side events. We had our special lunch that also like there was supposed to be an event on it, which was cancelled. So me and some of the other Swedes, we didn't really know that it was cancelled, the kind of event. So we thought we really needed to be there right like 12. So we didn't feel like, because of the long lines, we couldn't play a side event before because we didn't want to leave. It still costs like tickets or money. So so we managed to do like 2 drafts after. This is like best of 1 drafts as well, so it's not like a super grindy one. They went on quite fast. The drafts were fun. I opened Showcase. That was cool.
What? Which one?
Anakin Showcase.
Are you kidding me? That's great.
Yeah, so that was really nice.
Oh wait, from the new set.
Yeah, the new set. Not set 3.
I was thinking
that would have been even. Well, I already have that, but that was then of course the jet lag really hit me. So since I had been there like 4 days earlier, I only slept around 3 to 4 hours every night because my body just refused to sleep. And when we were gonna enter the tournament, I was I had a good game 1 in the mirror, Then I had an unlucky game 2, and after that I just crashed. Like I faced the Kylo Tarkentown deck and got some tips from Beto because he played it first, and completely forgot about the mid game. Just played like an idiot. Like didn't read the Migs card. I was like assuming it worked in one way, and like, ooh, it did not. A little bit like that. So I ended up like 2-3, and I was so spaced out. So I was down to 2-5. Then someone said like, you're not getting any prizes unless you win the third one. You need to go 3 and 5 to get something. So I just buckled up for the last game. Won another mirror against a Dane. So that felt good.
Nice, defending your honor.
Yeah.
Sweden's.
And then day 3 was kind of, in a way, almost the biggest disappointment because the line was like 2.5 hours long for some people. I heard. So we decided like this not worth playing side events, even though they had kind of fixed the side event part, I think, a little bit. But we didn't really want to grind tickets to stand in line for 2.5 hours. We didn't like what's going to be left. What's going to be left in the prize wall. So we just went and bought 2 boxes at one of the like stores and just played 2 drafts ourselves. Which is not some like that is fun, but it's not really. Whoa, I'm at Galactic buying my own draft box.
It's a bit underwhelming, maybe, when you go that far, and you can't.
It was really fun watching the streams later, like watching the finals and see Beton play. Like that was the stage was cool. I think the stream could have had like a little larger
play area.
Obviously we had such a big screens at live, so that was no issue, but like from a mobile phone or like something like that could be a bit different.
I think they heard people loud and clear, so we'll definitely see that changed.
And then the small hiccup or big hiccup, if you want, was that there was a deck list issue, which was like everyone I talked to was a little bit annoyed, even if they benefited them or not. Like they felt like the tournament wasn't on the preference that was said, which is kind of unfortunate. Like I had some experience that someone just said, "Oh yeah, I played around your Devastators all game because I know, and now I knew you had a third, so I knew you was gonna sideboard it in." I was like, yeah, cool. You were not supposed to know because all the Talsins has quite a lot of different end games, so it actually hurt quite a lot that they knew exact what end game I had to play around. But in the end, like I would not been able to perform during 8 rounds with that with like my
regardless
status. And Beton and Zip showed that the deck still performed without that hiccup. But still, unfortunate circumstance that should not have happened.
I think it was unfortunate, but it didn't really hurt anybody except Beton and Network that much.
And they were like 14 players in day 2 playing.
But
or something.
At the same time, I think the decision to do it public, because actually their deck was spoiled in those 10 minutes. So
it wouldn't have mattered for them either way.
So it wouldn't have mattered for them either way. And the open deck list also allowed them to like play around removal, play around upgrade hate. But I think open deck list really benefit experienced players. Because especially in the meta like this, that is really open, that have a really like, I don't think there was like 2000s with the same deck list.
You're
or even of course. Or like 2 hand 2 with identical lists. So those small changes, like he plays Daughter, I can play around it. This one doesn't play any upgrade hate. I can just slam Fallen, and it will be really good for me. Like we didn't run any upgrade hate in the deck, because of the fact that we thought, it's closed deck list. No, we can just run without them, and people will still be scared to play them.
Yeah, especially off the side, right? Oh, they might have Fang Fighters, confiscates. Like, no.
at the same time, maybe because of it, one of my opponents just slam upgrade and I had power.
Yeah, right. There's always pros and cons.
Yeah, but yeah, for me, it was I will not like try to hide it. It was a really really big advantage because it's not only that I can play around stuff. It takes for me so much less of my like brain power to play when I know the deck list, and I didn't feel as exhausted as I would if I would need to every single round. Okay, he can have this 20 cards. I need to play around the most probable ones. When I can just lower down to what I know, then thousands of games I played with Talzin, then I know what I need to expect. How can I play?
Yeah, and I think, as you said, as an experienced player, you kind of can play on a better level at default states. You have more maybe attention to focus on the lists and actually take in all of that information.
Yeah.
Maybe a newer player would be a bit overwhelmed and they're like, okay, I have 2 minutes to look at this list. What do I need to remember? What? And then you end up not really gaining much from it.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you know your list really well. You don't really need to watch for every single card.
Yeah.
You can focus, okay, there is like those 5 cards in these colors that really punish me. Does he play them? How many of them he played them?
Yeah.
If you only look for those, because for example, like how many 4-drops your opponent plays, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But like how many upgrade hate they do, how many force draws, or how many like does they play tree root or not? Does they have any sentinels? If you can look at like for cards like that or hotshot blasters, can they do any damage from hand? So you don't need to think about it. You don't need to play around threats that are not there.
Yeah. Sounds like a very good way to focus on the open deck list. Kind of prepare a bit in advance. What do you want to check for your opponent's list?
Yeah. Especially, I think, because like before the tournament, I think the meta was quite clear.
Yeah.
Like not counting the Kylot Arc in town that nobody had any play before, but I was expecting Mother Talzin, Han, Anakin, like Quinlan Cad, Vader, and some sort of soft control with Villainous Blue. And I was prepared for every single one of those matchups. I really wanted to avoid green-blue Villainous.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like our thought was this deck is not that well positioned into the meta. So because we are skipping day one, and we are expecting to play versus really, really good players, we were expecting if we can dodge them in like first few rounds, there shouldn't be that many of them later, because like Han 2 has a really good matchup into Villainous Blue, Vader has a really good matchup, Cad and Quinlan also have good matchups into Villainous Blue Green. So we were okay, just don't play them early, and later we will have good matchups into everything else. I did that. I didn't play a single one except for the round 11.
Oof. Aiden.
Aiden. But like the swap we made, because we did a swap of 3 cards in sideboard the day before the tournament. We took out bombing runs and upgrade removal for 2 crates and planetary bombardment. And it basically saved my run, because those 3 cards won me the game versus Aiden.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like great tools. Being able to just take 8 after Super Laser Blast, or do what crates do. But that's kind of segueing us also a little bit into how the tournament went for you. We don't need to get a game-by-game breakdown, because we already had that on your channel, right? But maybe you could just give us a little bit of how it went playing the deck.
Yeah, okay. The deck is for everybody who wants to try it. I think for me, it was the hardest deck I ever played.
Same.
Because with force, you don't even need to think about every single turn. You need to think about every single action.
Yeah.
And one like mistake with playing first or attacking first can cost you a game.
Yeah.
Like for example, I think one of the most important turn for Talzin is turn 2. It's your weakest turn, and if you manage to keep advantage on turn 2, you will probably have a really good segue into the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And in a lot of cases, if you lost force in turn 2 and you didn't have force in turn 3, you will lose the game.
Yeah.
So sometimes you had to do really, really underwhelming play with attacking with your unit, even though if it meant it will be killed or you will not be playing what you really wanted to play.
Yeah.
Just to have that force to get the game back with Yak, because Talzin Assassin and Tyrannus are just insane. I think those are two cards that allow you to go back into the game that we didn't really had before.
Yeah, there are always 2-for-1s, right?
Yeah. And Tyrannus can even be 3-for-1. If you kill a 2-4 unit under the shield, you still have 4-1 shielded.
That's nasty.
So I think the deck really, really needs a lot of games to know the lines. But if you know the lines, if you know what to do, it just feels unfair. You feel like you almost always have advantage. You almost always have out. And of course, like you can play in so many different ways. This is the fact that I love about this deck. You can play really aggressive. You can just go 2-drop, 2-drop, blaster, and then Fang, Tooth, everything face, and just finish the game 2 turns later with Talzin. You can play really slow with like Acolyte, power, and then build big Talzin. Versus some decks, it's there is a lot of decks that can't handle like Talzin with 2 fallen lightsabers.
Yeah.
And in the list we built, we as I said, we tried to skip turn 2 with not playing a 3-drop but playing something else or a combination of few cards. But at the same time, it also allowed us to have a really, really powerful 5 mana. Because now on flip we can play a 2-drop plus 3-drop. We can play a 4-drop plus 1-drop. And if Talzin, I always say like had a small check in my back of my mind. If on 5 I have an empty board on my opponent's side and I have a Talzin plus something, they will not recover from this. There is almost impossible to recover. So this was my goal, to have everything cleared on 5, and then I know Anakin, Forced Lightning, Forced Throw, Talzin Assassin. I will just clear everything they play and put something in play as well. So this is the moment when I felt that Talzin is just really good into the meta, and this was basically the reason why we took it, because we thought that this is the deck that gives us the biggest advantage with the time we put into her. And at the same time, it's a leader that is really hard to play against, because at the same time when Talzin can make a small mistake and it costs her a game, it's the same for your opponent, because if they don't attack, like if they don't get a force in a certain moment, they may never have a force unit for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Interesting. You mentioned that you felt like you had a really I don't remember your exact words, but that like you felt very powerful with it. Did that same feeling stick kind of from testing to the actual day at the tournament? Did it feel that strong?
Yeah, especially day 1. Because day 1, I went 6-0. To be honest, I think almost every single game I won 2-1. So it wasn't like 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. But in every single game, I felt that I had the advantage. That my opponent was like trying to win with something that their deck sometimes do, but it's not consistent. And I was just playing my almost every single game the same way, clear everything, go face. Then we took a draw with Sip.
Yeah.
So, and we both went to the last game. We felt really, really good. After the draw, there was only few people that have the same score with draw, so we kind of knew what we are going to play. He got the lucky draw of Han Blue. I got not unlucky, but less lucky with Quinlan, especially that the Quinlan was piloted by Junior from Beton Network. And this was the only game I didn't feel like a winner because I was completely destroyed in this game.
Wow.
I lost 2-0. I don't think there was a single point of the game that I felt, oh, I may win this.
Okay.
So
was your draws bad or
no? In game 1, I was tricked into like having a board on 5 and then got waylaid. My Talzin assassin got waylaid. I deployed my Talzin, and she got force thrown with Han. Like he force thrown himself to kill her. I didn't recover from that. And game 2, he bluffed the same play, but he didn't have it. So he played a 4-drop. He left 1 mana and kept that 1 mana. He was passing till I deploy.
Yeah.
So I don't want to deploy into force throw.
I know that feeling.
But he didn't have it. But because I prolonged my deployment, it was too late for me to close the game. So he went to 0. And for game to go to day 3 when you don't have any game to give, it's not the greatest feeling because you know every single game can like end your run. So for like day 3, I set myself like, okay, if I get top 16, I will be really happy. My minimum was going to day 3, so I was still really, really happy with my performance, even if I didn't go higher. Then I had the whole being really sick at night, forcing myself to hydrate. Fortunately, everything when the first game started, the stress, the adrenaline just went through. I felt fine. And first game was Han to Blue, which is for me it's not the easiest matchup for the deck, but for me it is the easiest matchup because I played it so much. And I lost first game to Ogdobogdo turn 1. I have only Karis or something like that. Really straightforward lose. But game 2 and game 3, even though in every single game he started Ogdobogdo, at least I definitely game 2. I think game 3 also I still managed to have answers for him on game 2 and 3 and thus win from there.
Nice.
Then round 10 was Cat Bane versus the Italian player that I played in Milan. Or in Liverpool. I did play him in one of the bigger events before. I knew he's a really good player, but Cat Bane is not that hard of the matchup. Especially if your opponent don't know exactly what to do. There are lines for CAD that you can take that make this matchup quite close to 50-50. But if you pivot from those lines even slightly, it's really easy for Talzin. And unfortunately for me, he didn't have those lines in any of the games. So this was my only 2-0 win on game 2, on day 2. On day 3 for most people. And last game was the Aiden game, which was when I saw that I'm playing Aiden, I said, okay, top 16 it is. I'm fine with top 16. I will be happy. But then actually, the first game I was completely destroyed. I didn't do anything. I think even though on 6 resources, I think I had like 6 units on the board, and I left my opponent on like 4 HP. I knew he ramped and he will blast first action. And when he blasted, I not only didn't deal a single point of damage, I think we ended the game with him on full HP. or something to be close. Like first game, it was completely done.
Yeah.
But then I put all 10 cards in from sideboard, and game 2 and game 3. Game 2 was really easy. Like it was like smooth sailing because he didn't have blast on 8, which is like if hard control doesn't draw the blast, I don't think they can win this matchup.
Yeah.
And last game it was so close because it ended on 1 HP on me.
Ooh.
And it was my opponent played Devastator on. I dealt him like 23 or 24 HP. He played Devastator to kill one of my units, and I had an option attacking with my unit or playing. I took initiative, and then I had a unit. I could deal like 2 or 3 damage, or I could play Anakin to get Devastator -3/-3.
Yeah.
And I was like really long debating what to do because the -3/-3 actually screwed up the math for Devastator because then he needs to 4 attacks to kill me. Because it's 7 plus 10 plus 10, it's 27. I would be on 1. Yep. And so I went with the Anakin play. And he killed my unit, but he only dealt 7. And in the end, I've ended the game on 1 HP.
Wow.
So I was really glad that I did it that way. Yeah. And last turn, it was he attacked with his Devastator. He put me on 17, and I had the decision. I could either claim, and I had Devastator top deck for lethal. I had Blaster on Krennic for lethal, but my opponent then would have an action to get 1 HP back.
Yeah.
Or I could play Cham Syndulla to force him to claim and have an answer. And it's again, I took a long time deciding. I decided, okay, I want to play Cham because even if he have an answer, I still can top deck the Devastator. I still have a lot of hours left.
Yeah.
I played Cham. I put additional resource from Cham on my resource pile. It was the Devastator.
Oh no!
But I also top decked another one.
Okay.
But it in the end it didn't matter because he could only clear one of my units.
Yeah.
So I killed him with the second one, and then was like after this game there was the craziest feeling I ever felt. Not even winning, gave me the thrills that going to top 8 did. Mostly because I so much didn't believe I could qualify to top 8.
Yeah.
That I was just completely faking. And the games in top 8, this is something I did so many times. Even in big tournaments, top 8 is something that I really love to do. I think my best games are always in the pinnacle of the tournament.
Yeah.
So I actually the top 8 games, top 8, top 4, final, those were really, really fine for me. I felt amazing, not only because my opponents were amazing. The decks I played was really fortunate because if I, for example, was second after Swiss and had to play that hand for Tarkin Town, I would not be here because it's one of the most unwinnable matchups. But since I got drafted the Vader, I thought, okay, we took out the bombing runs, but if it meant I'm going to top 8, I will be still fine with it. But I managed to win 2-0. I had this is one of the games I can honestly say I had my draws were just insane. There was nothing my opponent could do. I was top decking everything I wanted.
Yeah, he even the game 1 was insane when you played the assassin and you couldn't kill the victor leader anyway. And I was like, okay, this one is doomed. And then just nope, with 1 HP.
Then semi-final, it was semi-final and final. Both were versus Kylo Tarkin Town.
Yeah.
Amazing deck, really creative, kinda easy for 1000. Unless they go Migs turn 1, it can be tricky. Of course, in every single one of those six games it was mixed turn one. So we at least had games, but I still think it's really heavily Talzin favored, especially the list that we play, because Kylo has a really weak 5 and 6 resources.
Yeah.
And on those 2 resources, I can push so much damage that I can put him in this in the check situation that he will either deploy or die. And even though like the last game was still so close that a blaster could win it from my opponent, I felt like okay in those matchups.
Yeah, that
especially,
was complexity.
Especially that this was my first game for the tournament was versus Kylo Tarkin Town.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was Beton network deck back then.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like a secret deck. I was like, oh, it's a really weird deck. I wonder, like, I never played it.
Yeah.
And later, after the game, we were talking with the other players. Was like, I don't know, it felt easy, but to be honest, in the first game, I wasn't faced MIGs. I only faced like the fair version of the deck.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, I just played my upgrades, went face and won.
Yeah.
Then later, when we looked at the deck, I actually realized, oh, this can be really insane.
Yeah.
But this is actually, I think, the biggest advantage that open decklist gave me, especially in the game 1, because I look at the deck and I never played it, but I kind of knew what I need to do. And
that
could
maybe
be
a player could not do. Because it's such a new, like, every card is basically something that no one plays.
Yeah.
So then you have to kind of figure out what's the point, even without knowing every card.
For me, I looked, okay, he's really, really heavily upgrade based, not many units. If I can kill every single unit, he will just have dead hands. And this is basically what happened. In the final, it wasn't like that, because especially in game 3, to be honest, in game 3, I was 100% sure I won on turn 4.
Yeah.
2 turns later, I wasn't sure. I wasn't so sure because I had like 3 units upgraded Talzin. I was like, there is nothing he can do. And then he like power Anakin. Rivals fall. I was like, why I didn't push any damage in like 2 turns? Yeah. But yeah, then after the win versus Ian, it's extremely nice guy. It was like super wholesome.
Which is Lego Pizza, right?
Yeah.
For everyone.
I was super glad that they kept some of the prizes from Prize Ball for the top 8.
Yeah.
So I managed to grab like few of every single card, every single playmat, sleeves. So
it's really cool.
To everybody that was worried that I didn't get like enough prizes, I can just assure you that I really got enough. The prizes were amazing, and like I came back. I had to spend like an hour in the border control.
Oh.
Explaining to people that this is something I won. It's completely doesn't have any monetary value.
Yeah, I can imagine.
For people that's wondering, like, because other games have like this prize support with cash and stuff. What do you estimate that you won in like value?
It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
If I would sell everything for the offers I got already, it would be around, I think, 15 to 20k.
Euros.
Yeah. But I also kept a lot. I didn't sell everything. I got few offers for like the champion Vaders. But like I got an offer, it was rescinded. I got another offer. We were negotiating. I still have them. but I kept the champion playmat because I thought I will keep every single thing that I will use. So I kept the deck box, I kept the sleeves, I kept the playmat. I will be using them throughout the season.
Yeah.
Everything else I decided to sell.
Yeah. So you're not a kind of guy that likes to bling out everything and you did everything in hyperfoil and whatnot?
Oh, actually, complete opposite. I have a rule that every single card in my deck have to be the same.
Yeah.
And since the same means most of my cards are basic, so every single deck might maybe non-foil basic.
Yeah.
The only exception was for the Sun.
Okay.
Because I opened one Carbonite booster, and it was Prestige the Sun, so I thought, okay, I will just put this one in.
Nice.
And you can actually see him on the semi-final on the last game.
Nice.
So I had both, but I decided to play the nice one.
Yeah, that's cool. I think I'm a bit similar in that sense, that not really opening Carbonites and whatnot and just keeping it simple. So it's
I love
cool
opening packs. I just I can be a little bit of a collector, so I'm forcing myself to not collect cards. I want to have every single card in playset in basic form and nothing else.
Yeah. All right. Really cool to hear your games, and now we'll try maybe to focus on some questions. Maybe both of you can answer a little bit, because you're both in Team Enigma, and with that comes a lot of preparation, innovation, testing, so forth. So how, I wonder, like, how did you prepare for Galactics, and kind of why did you end up with Talsin? What was the short form reasoning?
Okay, Adam, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I had such a big deal with it. No, but I think I went to vacation, and at that time, Beton was saying Han 2 Blue is completely unbeatable. It's the best deck of the Bongo OP. And then when I come home, it was no, Talsin is better. It's completely OP, destroys Han 2 Blue. So the transition had they had made the transition from Han 2 Blue to Talsin, basically based on that it wins that matchup. I feel like as a starting point.
And I think that's kind of a good approach when you know you have a big bad thing you want to beat, and you know that's going to be popular.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to beat everything more or less. After Beton had tweaked it, of course, and also Sip, but I think it was mostly you, Beton, that really did the start work, at least, right?
I think it's in most of our, because like me and Sip almost always plays the same deck. It's almost similar way. I put really stupid stuff in the deck, and then it's Sip that says, no, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. This is completely useless. But this we should test more. And then in the end, we end up with something that is actually really good and can have a really like spicy things.
Nice.
Like for example, like before when we were playing the Hantu ECL, it was I've built a really really stupid deck that wanted to play Maskanata. And Sip was like, hey, this combo is actually quite powerful. Let's toss everything else and focus on this. And that's basically how we operate. I test everything, and he just streamlines what actually works. And in this deck it was really I think the whole team effort, because we were testing so much. Because normally we test once a week. Like we have a schedule that everybody comes in. We have we work certain matchups. We write about them, and we of course in our own time play together during the weekend. But like before the Galactic, we were basically playing every single day.
Wow.
And everybody was contributing to test this. Look at this matchup. I had a problem with this, so we were like basically brainstorming the ideas and how to solve them. And even with this, me and Adam still played like really different deck lists in the end.
Yeah, look how that went. No, no, and I'm still like not disappointed with the list I went with.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the list's fault, and I even beat Beton on the hotel room the night before.
Yeah.
So 2-1.
To be honest, before the tournament,
Everyone did.
I lost 5-1 to Tim in the mirror. I lost to Adam. I lost to Sip, but I think we only played one game.
Yeah.
But yeah, only the tournament matters. So
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
the sideboarding thing we changed like basically the day before in the Venetian basically to put in for the more controlly stuff was really good. And in the end, it's not that big of a difference. I say like I was always having a little bit more late game. And then like I think when the meta evolved always like even on Petranaki, we kind of you and Sip also saw that you needed to add a little bit more. You had tested it already, but you had to put in a bit more. Hence the Devastators. But otherwise, it's like basically Chirrut that is the big difference that I run.
And Marin.
And Marin, yeah, that's true. That's
because
Marin.
To be honest, Chirrut I would put in my deck and not be mad about it. Marin is the one that I still don't feel. But this is actually the one of the things that I think Talzin is really open, because there is even in your list or my list or list that performed really well in the tournament, there is like Ruthless Raiders, different 7 drops, maybe Crate Dragon's Main. There is so many ways you can like play differently. Which also is a really big benefit to 1000 players, because it's really hard to play around everything.
Unless it's open deck list. No, I'm kidding.
That's funny, because like we had the blasters, which are really like almost nobody had them. It was like a big spice of our list. But I think still the fact that almost every single one of my opponents was trying to play around them was hurting them more than that benefited them.
It's quite expensive playing from the resource pile. Like it's a whole flip turn basically.
But it's it is what it is.
As I mentioned earlier, I have some questions from listeners also, so we're gonna try to select out some that focus on deck building, since we are on that topic. And we have from Rakeup, he wanted to know your background in card games, which you've already heard, but also kind of what drives you in your deck building. So like, what is it that you enjoy about the process, and how does your way of deck building look like?
Okay, I love solving puzzles, like logistical, like mysteries or something like this. So whenever I build a deck, I try to. The first thing I always look is some really powerful synergy, and then it's basically derives from I have this powerful thing. How can I protect it? How can I abuse it? And how can I make it consistent? And if I can make all 3, then I know the deck will be powerful. And if I can't, I will probably move to the next deck. So, for example, in Talzin, it was your 4 mana resources is your most powerful play. You need to go to that 4 mana resources not being behind. How do we solve it? We did with Krennic. And like the 3 mana like blasters, arm to the teeth, like skipping basically those resources. And then we were thinking, then there is the next step. What's the meta? What can we abuse in the meta? So in the meta part, it's like Kia di Mundi. Everybody plays removal that only deals 6 damage. how can we abuse this? So we abused it in Kiadimundi and the Sun.
Yeah.
Both units that are really powerful when you can stick them on the board. And when your opponent don't have removal for them, like the Sun deals 8, it will close the game.
Yeah.
So this is basically my approach. Of course, it changes from deck to deck. For example, like right now, I'm preparing for Sabine ECL for my next tournament.
Yeah.
And like this is the card that's basically piqued my interest in the deck.
So what card is it to the audio listeners?
It's a 0 mana Porg. So my Sabine ECL will be a lot different than a lot of people's.
Maybe some Maskanata even.
No, the card that I really wanted to play around that can really punish the way I built my deck is Power of the Dark Side.
Okay.
And how can you prevent your opponent from using Power of the Dark Side? Play a 0 mana 1/1. And in the version I play, if you don't kill the unit I don't want you to kill, there is nothing you can do. So this is basically how this list came up. It will be. I will post a video on it on the channel Monday. Nice. Unless I go like 0-3 drop.
No, we need that data as well. We can't have only survivor bias.
Okay. I will make it a video either way. I went to a local tournament today. I've managed to win like 6 games in a row.
Wow.
So
with the list you're planning to use?
Yes.
Nice.
So the deck is definitely performing. But
cool.
Like this is one of the things that will be hard for me playing every tournament with a different list, because I like to be really prepared.
Yeah.
I like to have every single matchup known by memory. Oh. It will be really hard to do when every single week I will be playing something different. But I think it's a really good training for the future.
Yeah. You're gonna have to think a lot more on the spot and kind of just use the game knowledge you have instead of knowing every matchup.
No, it's terrible. I will need to think during the tournament.
Unlucky.
Yeah. And then we have a question from Matthias. That's how you kind of prepare when you really don't know exactly what the meta will look like, and kind of what goes into then figuring out what you expect to be the best deck, but also what other decks will be around, kind of. Like, how do you get a grasp for that? Do you use the community?
That's a really good question. We have like 2 different ways, because we were preparing for like the Django meta before. And in this meta, we knew that Django is the most powerful deck ever. Like there is not a deck that is even close to how busted Django was. So we knew Django is the most powerful deck, and we decided, okay, he is too powerful to not play him. Let's just prepare for every single matchup. So then we decided to just trying to find a deck that beats him. We didn't. So we tried to make it as consistent as possible. It worked really well for us. In this meta, we kind of knew that Hantu will be the most popular deck. And we also had a lot of experience with Hantu, which was the reason why we almost really quickly decided we will not be playing him. Because compared to Django, Hantu can be targeted. And he can really struggle in certain matchups. And we didn't want to go to the open tournament, like when nobody really knows what will be played, with a deck that everybody knows that will be there, because everybody will have something prepared for it. We actually thought that Talzin will not be as popular.
In the beginning,
it may be a little bit skewed because of how much we played it. Because if you go to like SVU stats, in the games of Talzin, I could comfortably say that before the Galactics, about 20% was my games. So like, and if you go and you play a lot and you win a lot more people will see the deck. The thing that I always like to say to like people that I coach or people that that try to get better into the game is to try not to waste your time. So whenever you play, even if you play in the tournaments, that's perfectly, because you learn how to play the game live. If you play online, or if you play like even versus yourself, because some matchups you can play versus like lines to learn them. Try to avoid playing something or playing decks that you know will not give you anything. So, for example, in this meta, we knew that Hand 2 will be the most powerful deck. So every single deck we tested, it was the first deck that we tested against. Because if it was losing to Hand 2, there was no point in building the deck. And then, okay, we are beating Hand 2. What's next? Okay, Vader definitely will be popular in the event. Let's test versus Vader. Then we were basically few hours testing versus Vader. It was beating Vader. Okay, then we go to the next deck. But always try to go into the most powerful, most prevalent decks that you know will be there. Then, if you have everything figured out, then you also should play everything to like test versus some random Lando Tarkin town that you can encounter, and to see if there is any way you win this matchup.
But how do you know that the deck doesn't just need more tuning? Like, isn't there a risk that you give up too early on a deck concept?
Yeah, there is a risk for that. But when you play a match, if you have some experience, you know why you are losing. So, for example, we knew that, okay, we are losing versus Hand 2 when he played Ogdo Bogdo turn 1, and we didn't have answer for it. Is there any way to have more answer? Okay, we can. If now when we have Acolyte, Secretive Sage, and Krennic, there is almost like 70% chance that we will have the answer for that play. So this line is out of the question. But if there is a play, like, for example, your opponent play Migs, if there is nothing in your deck that beats it, if you look at the deck list, there is nothing I can do, then sometimes sadly there is nothing you can do, and the deck will just not perform. Like, for example, versus for Talzin, there is almost nothing you can do to Vader ECL. Like, this play will just put you behind. You may win the game if you put enough damage before, but this is the play that for this deck is lethal. So, and we knew it. We tried almost every single way to prevent it. It didn't work. So we just thought, okay, this matchup, we need to go really aggressive. We need to win the game before they can do it. That's the only way to consistently win this matchup. And I think if you put enough time, every single deck can be, okay, almost every single deck and leader can be played into the highest level. But at the same time, there are just decks and leaders that will get you there much faster. So, for example, like in previous meta, Akbar. Deck that is actually quite good when someone put enough time to build it. Was it worth to put that time into this deck? I'm not exactly sure. But for some people, it gave the performance they wanted. It's a really cool deck. It can be countered really easily with one card, which sadly was the same card that was countering Vader. So the deck kind of died natural death with Bombing Run. But for example, if player put the same amount of time in Akbar and he managed to make it work, now if you do the same into the deck that maybe it's not meta, but it's really close, you can build something that is really powerful.
That's cool. So you need to find kind of something that shows promise, and then dig further.
I always start with busted interactions. That's always my go-to. Like, I don't know, Grogu General's Blade, build from that. Mix plus Kylo was actually something I looked at.
Yeah.
I couldn't make the build work, but because to be honest, I didn't think that Tarkin Town will be really good fit, but it is.
Yeah. Cool. Adam, do you have any questions from the community?
Yeah. Ferrex asked, like, what advice can you give about resourcing at a competitive level, like compared to when you look cash? And it's kind of hard.
The hardest question you can ask. But okay, I can like give some insight of how I try to resource. Of course, play a lot. That's the first part of it, because you will notice what cards are really good into the certain matchups. But the most important part of resourcing is every single mana counts. Playing 2 cards for 5 and 1 card for 4, the first one will 99% be better. So you should know what your mana percentages in the deck is. So, for example, if you're resourcing something, if you really want to play a 2-drop plus 3-drop on turn 4, and you need to resource one of them, you should know in your deck what is the higher percentage of the card you draw.
Yeah.
So if you have like this decision between a 2-drop or 3-drop, okay, I have only 9 3-drops, I have 14 2-drops. Most likely the 3-drop will be the card you should put down, and the 2-drop, unless the 2-drop is the most busted interaction you have in the deck. So there is no like golden rule you should follow. The only rule that I do follow is use all of your resources. That's why leaders that can get advantage without using resources are so good. So for example, Talzin, the fact that she don't need to spend any resources for her power. And the second part is there are certain cards too good in the matchup to resource.
Yeah.
Until the point when you should just focus on winning the game. Because too often I saw players that, for example, you're playing versus deck that have one specific combo for them to win, and you have the answer for this combo. So you're keeping the answer for the entire game, and in the last turn of the game, if you just resource it, the 2 other cards would just give you lethal. You should always look at this situation, the fact that there is not a single card in your deck that you never resource. Because, like, for example, even Force Throw. Force Throw is powerful, but there are situations when it's better to just put it down on the resource and play on curve with units. Because it will be more consistent than just banking on, okay, I will Force Throw you, I may remove something. Even though it's like, in certain matchups, it can just go, like, if you're Adam, you just draw 3 of them.
But like, for example, for the Talzin deck, it's not always great to only have 1 Force Throw. So like a lot of times it was like, just put it down so you can guarantee your turn 2 and turn 3 and don't get greedy, basically.
Let's move on to our final question from Nikiva. He's wondering, how come you and Sip are so polished in card games? So also wondering how come gaming is so popular in Poland? What's up with that?
It's really hard to answer. I think one of the big things is Star Wars is really big in Poland. It's big, like, because it came in the time when there wasn't really that much like pop culture stuff coming to us. But Star Wars was extremely big in Poland. So now we have a card game that can gather a lot of dads to play, which is really nice. We have really, really big community in Poland. Like in my city, we have like 5 stores. We have about like 60 active players between them. So it's really easy to find players. And since Polish people are extremely competitive, we try to beat one each other.
So is that a part of the culture, kind of, to be competitive?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not. It's, to be honest, it's not like negative competition. We tried, at least in Star Wars, we really tried to keep it to try to beat on your own merits. There were like some parts that with the like a little bit of cheating accusations, but I think everybody in the community just shut those parts off. So right now I think the whole community in Poland is amazing, and to be honest, it's one of the hardest community to play against. Like every single tournament I go to in Poland, even like store showdowns, planetary qualifiers, it's sometimes on the same level or harder than like sections or regionals. Not only because I think it's like 2 parts. Not only because like players are really good, but the second part is that everybody knows me and Sip. And there are a lot of players that build counter decks to what we are playing. But this is a good way to beat us.
And a good way for you guys to get some practice.
So I'm really grateful for the community. Because it gives me like, of course, the team gives me like the best place to train, but to have a really competitive and high level local community means that I can go to every single tournament. I never feel like I'm wasting my time. I always feel like really pushed to the limit to win those. So even like when I go with like a fun deck or a deck that I want to try, I know if I'm going to win my local tournament, or I even go like top 3 on my local tournament, I know that this deck is good enough to take into like something bigger. And it's in my city, and I think SIP has it even worse, like because Poznan community is just incredible. I think their local tournaments can be like top 8 in some tournaments. They have at least like 3 or 4 people that won EPQ. So like every single tournament he goes to, it's just like a bloodbath of really amazing players.
I think that might be true with like that Polish people might be slightly more competitive, because like in Legends of Runeterra, like when I played that, it was Polish players in the top. Like they were always the most hyped team when it comes to the lore masters, and then it was I think it was a Polish guy that won Flesh and Blood Worlds as well. Is what I've heard. So like Poland is no joke when it comes to card games, and I think here in the Nordics, I think we have a lot more casual players. Like it's I think that might be a big reason.
I also think in Poland the level really is equalized by the fact that a lot of really good players, especially in Star Wars community, teach and give a lot back to the community. So even like in my local community, I try to play as much as I can, because I think if you have your local community strong, it will just make you better. And okay, your tournaments will be harder if you like teach your fellow players like how to play. But at the same time, at least you will know that when you go anything else, it will just be easier. So so I'm just glad that I have such a competitive people around me.
That's really nice. Okay, so then to end on a good note, we have from Jacob: how much Golonka is too much Golonka? I don't know if I pronounced that, butcher that word.
I have no idea.
It's probably a Polish dish or something he likes.
I think it may be some kind of meat dish. But to be honest, even in Poland, in different parts. There is like the food is so different.
Yeah.
I may just not know this one.
All right, so that's gonna be a challenge for next episode.
Yeah.
Try this dish. All right. I think that's all the time we have for today. It was really, really nice chatting to both of you guys, hearing your adventures in Vegas.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me.
And before we end, maybe we can let Beton shout out something.
Yes, plug all the channels.
Yeah, okay. I have actually two things that I really want to plug in. The first one is the channel that me and Sip did on YouTube. So it's Swoop Racers. If you want to have like a little bit more insight for the tournaments, for the decks we play, we try to make the channel really about competitive play. Limited competitive, I think those are our most like watched videos. So before every single big expansion, we do a really big compile of limited stuff. So what are the bombs, what you should play, what are the best leaders. And
that's cool.
Because we play a lot of it before, those videos are always really like, we put a lot of time in them.
Yeah.
So give them a watch. I think they are really like big value. And the second thing is the Enigma Discord channel. If you want to ask me or Adam or anybody from Enigma any questions, we answer almost everything there. There is a specific channel called Ask Enigma. So if you have any question about the decks, about the deck lists, about what to play, what to do, we will always try to write like a really detailed explanations. And also, if you want to play, Torque is often streaming. He was streaming the Galactic Championship. Some people say it was really emotional and nice to watch. So, really get into the community. It's really fun. And lastly, I just hope you can wait a little bit longer for the Patreon. Sip is in the sky at the moment, coming back to Poland, and I think we really soon we can create something that will just give a lot of value to people who want to support us. So deck lists, VODs, everything you want will be there. We just need to make it like compiled into like a one thing to just, so it wouldn't just take over our entire lives.
Yeah.
And if you guys have something that you want to be on their Patreon, you can join the Enigma server and just tag them.
Yeah.
Come with suggestions.
To give ideas.
Yeah, perfect. I would really love suggestions, because there is so much stuff we can do, but there is no time to do everything. But so I really want to know what people really are interested in.
Yeah. Great. All right, guys. It was a pleasure. I'm crossing my fingers for next year in Vegas as well. We know you're going, Philip, so now it's up to the two of us to see if we can qualify.
It's Adam's turn.
Yeah. Yeah, because Sip can't win it, right? I have to win it first.
Like he was 12th. I think next year he can be 9th.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, then may the force be with you. See you in the next one.
See you, and see you guys in Malmo.
See you guys in Malmo.
Bye-bye.
Bye.